Is that close enough?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Testing 1, 2.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the capsule. I have a good old friend with me today, Mr. Reckless Lee, Lee Crowley, who is the organizer of what's the All Stars version?
Last Style Standing.
Last Style Standing.
Yeah.
And the breaking version is
Last One Standing.
Last One Standing. Okay,
Which
cool.
is that's the original.
Last One Standing, Last Style Standing. Okay, cool.
I mean, the original is Last Man Standing, but
Yes.
that's a little
Inclusivity.
bit, yes, inclusivity. Change it to Last One Standing.
Nice.
And then after your podcast actually, where you were talking about doing it as a mixed style.
Yeah.
I mean, I did it as a mixed style jam in 2015.
At Flow Dance.
Flow Dance
yeah.
Studios, which was sick. But yeah, after you spoke about it, I was like, oh, maybe there's a need to bring it back. So
Sick.
I did.
Yes.
And then, changed
that
the
was
name.
me, Harry, and someone who spoke about it.
I can't
on that pod?
remember who
I
the
know
third
Harry
person
was here.
Yeah.
Maybe with Abe, or I can't remember. But well, I'm glad you're bringing it back, and we're going to be there filming, so everything will be out online. What we were just talking about, which we said we'd continue talking about once we started recording, was how to do the All Stars prelim
Yes.
that you were considering. So, yeah, I guess it's like what you were saying is whether you do prelims that people can prelim by the genre of music that they want to prelim to.
Yeah.
So whether they go, I'm a hip hop dancer, I want to, or I'm a pop or whatever, but I want to prelim to hip hop music, or because it's an All Stars jam, do you just get what you get?
Yeah. It's a tough one, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, it depends, because it is nicer to be able to choose your style of music. But if my kind of thoughts are like, if that setup isn't going to continue beyond the prelims, it's almost like it's helpful in a way that I'll feel my strongest in the prelim. But then when I go into the battle, I'm going to have to be prepared to dance to anything anyway. So I might as well be prepared to do that in the prelims, I guess. Because either way, you can get a song that you kill, or you can get a song that screws you. Like in any round of the battle.
Yeah,
like you could
anything
be
goes.
killing it up to the finals and then get a song that is not your style, and then you're screwed. Or not, but like, so I don't know. I'd be more tempted to say, I think I'd be more tempted to say, just from the organizer position, to keep it
random.
To keep it random all the way through. I wonder if there's because how are you doing music wise in the battle itself? Is it just literally anything
It's
the DJ
literally
decides?
random. Yeah. So the DJ is Josh Costanzo.
Okay.
So I'm just going to let him do
Whatever
what
he
Josh
wants.
does. But yeah, there's for the qualifier, I just figured we could do a whole thing where we give dancers a chance to fully go all out and show us what they have.
Oh, hold on. Sorry guys, my light was turning off.
So yeah, I just figured we could give the dancers a chance to show like everything they can do.
But like I half agree with you and then half don't, in the sense that
I'm the same.
that is nice, but then the other side of that is, let's say I'm a dancer who's not going to get through prelims. Like I'm just not on that level yet, but I'm just kind of entering for experience, which is probably going to be at least 50% of the prelims. Like not everyone's going to get through. Then it's more like you get the experience of being in an All-Stars battle.
Yeah.
If you go and you're like, oh yeah, I had to do pop into a house song or whatever it is, but then at least you kind of feel like you were part of it, if that makes sense.
So you also still learn from it.
Yeah, and you still learn from it
Because
and get a
it's a
chance to
learning
try. And also, I guess what the prelims are for in a battle, right, is to pick the people that are going to be suitable for the battle, right? So, for example, like if we make this about something else, like if we say it's a popping battle,
Yeah.
and you enter and do a breaking round, you wouldn't get through, but not because you're not a good dancer, but because you didn't fit the criteria that we're looking for.
Yeah.
So then it's all, I'm exaggerating to make the point, but it's like, it's almost like us saying, okay, it's a popping battle, but like in the prelims, anyone can dance the style that they want.
Yeah.
But then when it gets to top 16, it's a popping battle. Do you know what I mean? So like you get through because your breaking round was sick, but then you're
That
like,
makes sense.
oh fuck, I can't do popping.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Although I know you can do a little bit of popping.
A little bit, a tiny bit.
But that's obviously, I'm exaggerating. It's not quite that drastic, but that's kind of how I feel. It was like, all right, you did hip hop on hip hop music, got through, but you're actually terrible at all styles. And like, as soon as something else comes on, so it's like, this is where all styles battles are a bit weird, but it's like, should you have passed based on your skills or based on your skill in that category of
because part
adapting?
of all styles is being able to respond to the different types of music, right?
Yeah.
Whether you're doing multiple styles or whether you're fitting your style to other styles of music.
Yeah.
That's part of the process. So that fully makes sense.
The only way I could see it working in a way is like you get to choose the genre of music, but or like which genre of music you want to be in for your prelim. Yeah. But if none of them relate to a style in that way, so like let's say one of the categories was grime or one of the categories was like drum and bass. Mm-hmm. Whereas like, okay, which are you best at adapting your style to, but you're still being forced to adapt your style.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But
so like changing the music styles completely to something that's not a specific style.
Yeah, but then it's hard, isn't it? Because there's only a few, because as soon as you get into anything rap or whatever, that's all hip hop. As soon as you get into anything funky or anything that's like popping, I think I'd just go with random prelims. But maybe there's a way could you do the prelims in a cypher type of way or something, like making it suit the concept of the battle in a different way, if that makes sense.
That's an interesting way to think about it as well, because it is the whole idea of the jam is call outs, isn't it? It's like you know, the finals, the main event, which we can touch on later in terms of
the structure,
is you call someone out and you battle them.
So I wonder if could you do something where, because how many people did you have last time for the breaking one, like prelims altogether? Quite a lot.
I had about 40 to 50 for the prelims.
So what did you do it in, like sets of 10, the prelims or something?
What we did for that one was 4 corners. So we did 4 dancers at a time. We brought them up.
Could you do something where, because you can't really like, you can't really have battles for the prelims necessarily because it doesn't work like that. But could you maybe do like somebody does a prelim and they pick who goes next or something?
That'd be interesting.
So like imagine there's like, let's say if you do, I don't know, it doesn't have to be 10 at a time, but it could be like you bring all 10 up, like to stand there, and then you spin a bottle.
Someone goes first.
You go first, and then as soon as they're done, they go, you're next. And then you come out and then they go, right, you're next. And then just as a little, like, it's not going to really change much because usually the host would just say who's next. But I don't know, that could like keep the concept of the call out thing maybe.
It's an interesting one. Definitely something to consider.
Oh, I wonder what else is there that could be. Like, I'm always interested in that. Like, how can you like keep the prelims fair, but make them a bit more interesting for the audience?
Yeah.
I think battle prelims do that. But then with this, it doesn't really work, does it?
Because in most jams, prelims is the most boring part, right? It goes on for hours and just...
And it's just repetitive.
I'd say boring. It's not boring for dancers, but I mean for
watching,
a general audience, they're just
fun.
sitting there watching round after round with not much interaction.
It's just next, number 32, next. Number 33. No, it's like, that's why I think battle prelims are cool, because you still feel like you're watching an exchange between two, but then it makes it a lot longer, I feel like, doesn't it? To do battle prelims.
Yeah, I mean, I think 4 corners covers that quite nicely, because you can choose to battle all people. I know Renegade Kev spoke about this literally like yesterday or the day before on his Instagram, and he basically said like, you don't have to go in there and battle everyone. You can, but you can also go in there and do your round, because the idea is to show the judges what you're presenting, what you have. Yeah,
and you're supposed to be trying to be better than everyone in the whole prelims, not just those 3, which is, that's the thing. If you're not as experienced, you can get caught up with trying to be better than the 3 people there, but you're like, you might have done that, but then you're still worse than the other
30.
Yeah, exactly. I wonder what you could do with that, with the prelims thing. But there's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to do something different with it.
I like the idea of the call-out one, but it's either that or 4 corners so far.
But I mean, you could even do that with the 4 corners, I guess. You still say out of the 4 who's going next or something, or what about, all right, how about this? Four corners. The DJ, you say to them, we're going to play 4 songs. Like, so there's 4, like each of you get your own song in this 4 corners. But we're going to play the song and you decide who's going to it. But you only one person is, like, rather than like all 4 people go into the same song, it's like, right, Josh starts playing a hip hop song. If I jump out, I do my round, and then when I'm done, they're going to change the song. So if you hear a song you like, you got to jump in. And that might help people, like...
So you got to show that you're hungry for it as well.
Yeah, so it might be like, okay, there's a song that's like a little bit of a funk song, and I'm like, all right, do I risk that, like, he's going to play like a popping banger next, or do I just go on the funky kind of feeling song to do my popping, because the next song might be crump and I might have lost my chance to get...
So it just keeps going with the same tactics that, you know, like it's like a tactical jam.
Yeah, so this would be like a tactical prelim, I guess, and that shows someone's like, so like, for example, if they're like, all right, there's a crump song, let's say there's 4 of us here, you're a crumper and I'm a popper, but a crump song comes on and I jump in before you because I'm like, I can smoke this crump song, and that means I'm giving you less of a chance to get to a prelims. That's kind of a fun little...
That's deep.
Yeah, that is deep.
And on the like reverse of it, imagine being like, as a breaker, I can imagine like, I'm like, okay, I don't like that first song, don't like the second one, don't like the third one.
I have to go now.
I have to go, and then I get, I don't know, an Afro song, and I'm like...
Shit.
I don't know what to do.
But this is how it happens with any battle, really. Like, even if it's not All Stars, it's like, if you're ever doing 2-on-2, when the first song gets played, you're like talking to your partner and you're like, right, if I kind of like this song and you, like, if I kind of like this song and I don't go to it, then the next song I might hate, but also I might love it. So it's like you're kind of gambling on that first song of like, all right, do you like it or do I like it? And let's say it's like, I feel like, let's say me and you do All Stars 2-on-2. And let's say there's like a kind of funk song. It's like, right, I could go and do pop into it, and you could kind of go and do break into it. The next song could be a hip hop banger or a popping banger or a breaking song. So then it's like, so if one of us risks it on this, it's like, what are we going to do if next round? Or it could be something that doesn't apply to either of us. And then it's like, damn it, I should have gone to the first song or whatever. It's such a like tactical thing, I feel like, anytime you do a 2-on-2 battle. So even more in an All-Stars battle when it could be way off.
I used to do it a lot with Harry.
Really?
So yeah, but Harry was young. So I always used to get Harry to go if I didn't like the song.
Yeah. And I think you always, this is what I always do if I'm doing 2-on-2, is like, even if I'm doing like a popping battle or hip hop or whatever, it's like whoever's better at adapting their style, I think. So it's like I feel like if you're going, I feel like popping is good. Like if I was dancing with Harry, it would be, like, okay, I can go to like hip hop, popping, maybe like an experimental weird one, maybe a crump one if I have to. But then it's like, I feel like Harry could kill a lot of the other styles because he's got that like personality. So I'd be like, right, if there's a song that we're both not sure of, you're taking it. But if there's a song that's like hip hop or popping or an easier like style one, I'll take it because then I'm not adaptable as you are, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, he can do so many styles. He's cheating.
Yeah,
it's not fair.
But it's a hard one, isn't it? Like how to strategize the all style stuff. But I feel like the 4 songs, 4 corners thing, could be fun.
So this leads me on to my next question.
Yeah, go on.
So within the actual last one standing concept, when I'll explain a little bit how it works.
Yeah, should we go take a step back? Hi guys. Should we take a step back and let's start with the concept of the jam that you're putting on? So it's, what's the date again? The
30th of June.
30th of June, which is a Sunday.
Yep.
It's going to be at the King's Cross?
Samsung KX, which is at Coles Drops Yard. Can't even say that. Coles Drops Yard in King's Cross.
Yeah. Really nice space, by the way. It's where the last one was. And it's an all-stars jam with a little bit of a twist. And we were talking about it on a podcast before that. Like, I love the format of it. It's actually really fun. So yeah, talk us through the whole, what it is, how it works.
So the concept of the jam, it was originally invented by a breaker from Wales who wants to remain anonymous. Yeah. And it was used at the Welsh Open B-Boy Championships for like many years. That jam no longer runs, which is a shame. It was a huge jam. It was one of my favourite jams in the UK at the time. And yeah, that was the format for the 1 versus 1. And that Welsh Champs hasn't existed for like God knows how many years.
Right.
So I figured I'd bring the jam back.
Sick.
And, you know, I spoke to said anonymous person who said, yeah, go for it. Use the concept, use whatever you want. And yeah, it sort of went from there. So the concept of the jam has 10 to 12 dancers. I go with 10 because I feel like 12, it goes on a little bit too long.
The breaking one was 10?
10.
Yeah, that was perfect length, I think.
Yeah. So 10 dancers and each have 3 lives. So you sat around, you don't have to sit, you can stand, but you have 3 lives. We represent it on the screen behind because we've got this nice
that was so good as
tech
well.
and stuff that we can use, which is great. Samsung give us all that opportunity to use it, which is amazing. And so we have 3 lives. Say I have 3 lives, you have 3 lives. Someone has to begin. Some poor soul has to start.
How do you choose? Does anyone choose? Or
usually it's the winner from last year, but this is the first time we're sort of bringing it back since 2015. So we'll probably...
Is it a good thing or a bad thing to start?
It's peak to start.
So then maybe do the lowest ranked prelim.
That would make sense.
Just get the judges to be like, who was the 10th person?
Yeah.
They start. Because there's 7 to Smoke is the highest ranked prelim starts usually.
So because they get more opportunity to earn more points. So
and they can win exactly. So maybe do the lowest ranked. But yeah, sorry.
All right, cool. That's good. That's something I've not actually thought of. So that's good. That was in the next few weeks.
Oh,
it's in 4
there we
weeks
go.
to work out. But yeah, there we go. Luke sorted that. And yeah, they then get to pick someone. So say I'm lowest ranked prelim and I go first and I pick you.
Yeah.
We now have to battle 1 round. So the person you pick actually goes first.
Yes, right.
So say I pick you, you have to go first.
Cool.
Say you
So
win.
it's actually more peak to be picked first than it is to be. Yeah.
But it gives the opportunity then for the lowest ranked prelim to go for the highest level person. And
that would be sick. Oh, I wonder if you could do that. Oh, you know what would be sick, right? Because for context, for anyone that doesn't know, when battles are judged, when prelims are judged, most times they should seed the prelims, right? So what that means is not necessarily in order from 1 to 16, but if you're doing a top 16, and I always try to encourage this when I'm organizing or judging, is like you have a top 8 and a bottom 8 basically. So the best 8 and you split them up into halves of your prelims, like whose prelim were the top 8, whose prelims were the bottom 8. And it should be based on only how they performed on the day, not like prior knowledge of how good they are, right? And then what you do is you try and split those up so that each of the first battles is a top seed versus a bottom seed. And that enables it to be a bit more evenly spread, because otherwise you have, let's say, the lower seed on the one side, the higher seed on the one side, and all the best battles happen in the first 2. And then the finals are really uneven, right? So this is kind of what people do. And I even try to do it where I go, I don't know if you do this when you judge, but like I try and go, who are my top 4? Yeah. And
1,
then I
2,
go,
3,
exactly.
4,
Yeah. You put them in the,
corners,
if you imagine like a World Cup knockout bracket. And so you have that, like, so you go, top 4 there. And then next top 4 are there, not against them. So you split them up. Then you go, who is the next top 4 of the thing? They go against them. And then you split everyone up as much as you can so that it's really evenly matched all the way through. So all that to say, what would be cool is if you got the judges to rank the people they're putting through from 1 to 10 and put that on the screen of like who was ranked number 1 to 10 by the judges.
So they get the opportunity to
see.
Look and pick. Well, there's 6 invites and 4 qualifiers.
Oh, fuck. But maybe get the invites to do a prelim just to rank for the ranking.
Well, that's interesting.
Because they say, look, you're already through prelims, but we still need to rank you. So maybe the first 6 invites. So like the first, and that also might make the prelims a bit more exciting. But the first 6 are... could be like the invites run a prelim. You already know they're through. The judges like mark that down, and then they do the rest, and then they have to put the 6 with the other.
And they are lined up on the screen, so it would just literally be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That would
6,
be
7, 8, 9,
sick.
10.
Because then you're looking, if I'm the first one and I'm going, right, you were number 1 seed, but you could see that all the way through, I guess. That could be fun.
That would be fun.
So right, where were we? Sorry.
So the lives.
So everybody has 3 lives, which are up on the screen.
Up on the screen.
And there's 10 people that pass through.
10.
So you've got a semicircle of people sitting down. You've got their names up on the screen.
Yeah.
It has 3 strikes on each person. And one person starts. They pick someone to call them out.
Yeah.
Battle for 1 round. Then?
Winner stays on.
Cool. So if you call me out, you beat me. I go and sit down. And you stay on.
I stay on, but you lose a life.
So I lose a life. So I'm not like a normal battle would be you lose 1 round and you're out basically. But so this is I stay on. But it's difficult for you then, because even though you knocked me out, you haven't actually gained anything.
Yeah.
Because usually you win one and you're on to the next round. So you just maintained. You've just, so rather than you progressing, it's about knocking everyone else down.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So that just keeps going until literally there's just one person left. So then I call someone else out. Say I call out, I keep mentioning his name, Harry.
Yeah.
He's in the next. He's a judge, by the way.
Okay.
But say I call Harry out. Harry beats me. I sit down. I lose a life. Now Harry's on, and then it just keeps going around and around like that. You can see all the lives on the screen, so you know how people are doing.
Yeah.
So you can sort of like tactically play. Oh, that person's still got 3 lives. We need to knock them down a couple, or they're going to be chilling at the end.
There was a couple that I don't remember who it was. I think maybe Justice was he at the last one?
Yeah.
He did something that I thought was and it's such a b-boy thing because you guys have such a a knowledge of tactics more than a lot of the top stylers. But it's like he had won like 5 in a row or something,
yeah,
and there was only like 4 of them left or whatever. So then the next person that came out, he literally did nothing. Like he just like did 2 steps of top rock and went like that, and then obviously the other person did their round, and he just took the loss on purpose because he was on, everyone else was on like 2 or 1. He was on 3, I think. Something, I might be butchering the details. But then, I think I said this on the last podcast. So then he took a loss on purpose to go and sit down, because if you lose, you're not going to get beaten and then immediately get called back up. So he knows while he's waiting, they're going to knock down the others to 1 life, and he's safe to lose that 1 life in order to get a rest.
Well, one of the rules is I can't call you out twice in a row.
Right.
So say I did beat you 1 round, I can't come straight back after you. I have to get someone else first, and then come back to you, therefore making it a little bit more fair.
Yeah.
And by that point, I'm going to be a bit more tired, so maybe it's not going to be worth me calling you out because you might win that next round.
Exactly.
And I have to then think about where I'm going from there.
Yeah, so I think it's really interesting. Sorry, wait, okay, I keep interrupting, but let's keep going back on the concept. So it goes down until someone's at 1 life, and then how do we know what if it's like 3 people with 1 life, then they would knock, it's just like basically goes down to the last 2.
Yeah.
So someone could technically win with like 3 lives still.
Yeah.
If they never get beaten.
Jet won the last one standing. He went on like the Terminator. Like he did like 7 rounds in a row.
But the thing is, what makes it really, so say with a 7 to smoke, for those that don't know, again, you have 8 dancers, you have 1 person who starts, and then it's literally like winner stays on, similar type of vibe. But once the person wins 7 in a row, basically who beats everyone once, the battle stops. Or if the time runs out, whoever has the most points wins, right? But with yours, it's almost impossible to beat everyone in 1 run, because you'd have to win 27
rounds in a row.
So there's no way. There's no way that you'd win 20. Well, not that there's no way, but that would be a fucking insane.
Yeah, you
in a row, 27 rounds in a row.
Like,
I don't know that there's anyone that could do that.
No, I don't think so.
And win against everyone else, because those people are going to come out fresh and rested.
Yeah, and
it would have to be a crazy level difference.
Well, thanks to Sheku,
yeah,
who's one of our OQS representatives.
Yes, sir.
He suggested an idea of a way to, like, because it's like a game, really, isn't
it really is.
And he suggested a way to win a life back, like you would if you do certain things. So the rule that we're going to try on this one, which is an experimental sort of trial for this jam, is if you win 5 rounds in a row, you get a life back. Because I think route 3 is actually relatively possible, but 5 is actually quite hard to do. But as you said, Justice managed it, and so did Jet in the last jam. So
that's really good.
And I think that would have given...
I want to enter this. Fuck.
Jump from the camera, jump over the camera and battle.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. That's really good.
So Justice might have actually got further in it, because he would have actually won a life back.
But yeah, and oh my God, that's such a good idea. Yeah, okay, yeah, I think definitely do that. Oh, this is so fun. Because I think this is the thing with me with battles is like, we have different formats that are, like, for some reason, the normal knockout format and the 7 to smoke have just stuck as like the 2 battle formats to do. And 7 to smoke is quite unique. I don't think that like, obviously the knockout format is like from sports. It's just normal tournament format. But like the 7 to smoke is not a sports format. Like no one else does that. So
I believe it was invented in IBE,
right?
The International Breakdance Event. I think that's what it stands for. In Holland.
That's interesting. I didn't know they.
The notorious IBE. I think they started with it. That's why. I mean, I'm speculating now. This is what I think.
We're all about speculating here on the Capsule. It's what we do best. There are no facts are not welcome here.
But that's like so the most prestigious 7 to smoke for breaking anyway, specifically, is the IBE 7 to smoke. So that's the one where
the mountaintop type
it actually goes off.
Okay.
So
yeah, then I think that's where like I find it interesting because other people have tried to play with the formats of battles to make them better or more fun or more interesting. I think this one is really good because I think what we miss sometimes with battles, or a lot of the time, is like the audience don't care really, if you know what I mean. Like it's really hard to like, first of all, to understand why people won and all that. Like obviously with all the judging stuff, it's like it's still an art form and it's still like you might like someone, like if let's say like just some random passerby might like someone and then they lose and you're like and you quickly lose interest because you're like everyone I like is losing and I don't get it and fuck all this. And then also it's hard to like, there's no story to it. Like at least with boxing, even if I don't understand why this or why this, I'm like, okay, well, he said this about his mum and then he beat him in the last 2 fights and there's a story of like, why do I care about this? And then each round it's like, well, you can obviously see someone getting beaten up and you're like, damn, it looks like he's winning or whatever. Like I know what it means for someone to get punched.
It's easier to see than art.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know if he's going to win that. Like he's won 3 rounds. Like say for us, this right, we could have someone that got through prelims, won the quarters, won the semis, got to the finals, and we're both like, they ain't winning. Like, just straight up, like, you're going to lose in the finals. But for someone else, you might be like, well, he smoked that person, smoked that person, smoked that person. Why won't he win? And we're like, you don't get it. It's like, it's hard to explain. You have to kind of know who they are and stuff. But I think with, like, with this, even if you don't understand the decisions, you get the game of it. And you get like, all right, he's got 2 lives left. I can follow that. Oh, he's called out someone with 2 lives. Like, I don't have to know breaking. I don't have to know popping. I can just watch this and be like.
And it's on the screen as well. So it's there, like it's visual.
Yeah.
You know, and visual things really help people understand how things are going.
Literally. Yeah. And I think that's like, I really enjoy these type of formats that like enhance the experience of at what we do, I guess. Because like I don't know if you know, we spoke about it before on the pod, but Nikhil Udat, he runs an event in Paris that we covered, and they do, it's like a hip-hop battle, but it's I think the top 8 and the top 4 are 5 rounds each, no time limits, and then the finals are 8 rounds each, and they do 4 rounds, a break, and then another 4 rounds, and they like switch who goes first. So you go first for 4 rounds, then I go first for 4 rounds, like football, I guess, like switch sides. And tough. And in between each battle, like after we battle for 5 rounds or 8 rounds, we sit and like answer questions from the audience about the battle that just happened. So it's like a proper, like if you're there watching it, it's like, okay, not only do we go 8 rounds or 5 rounds against each other, then you get to ask us like, okay, what was the most interesting thing about that or whatever. So you really feel like like I was saying about that battle, like, even if I only got to top 8, I could like lose in the top 8 and still feel like I was a big part of the event, as opposed to like some events where you do a 45-second round and you're gone and you're like, bye. Like you're not really a part of it as much as everyone else. So that's what I like about your jam as well, is it's like you could be in that top 10. You could get smoked your first 3 rounds, but you're like one of those 10 and there's a whole game to it. And like, you might like, there's, you could like, for example, last until I do that all the time. You could last until the final 3 if nobody calls you out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, in 2007,
I
won it in Wales. And that's what happened.
You just don't, And then you come out fresh.
I came out fresh, and the last 3 people, they got packed in because they were all tired. Because
that's the thing, is like, if you're good, do I call you out and try and beat you, or do I just leave you the fuck alone and go for someone else?
But that's why there's an extra award. So there's not just an award for the winner.
Okay.
There's an award for the person who has the most number of knockouts.
Ooh.
So I call them the assassin.
So if you knocked out...
So as in the most lives you take.
So you could take everyone's lives, but then you still lose and someone else wins.
You still get a prize. for being the assassin in the jam.
This is such a good jam. Guys, I mean this. I'm not just saying this because he's here. I'm so into the idea of this. This is such a good thing. But this is so fun to watch. And I think what's even cooler is like, say for example, when we film the battle and are we posting it on the capsule?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So we'll post the full thing and obviously you'll post clips and stuff. But what I think is cool is like, we'll probably post the full
so
thing. It'll be one video from beginning to end of like the whole thing rather than like individual battles. And it's like, that's something that I don't know how long are you expecting it to take, like 2 hours or something, or
the actual
top 10
is an hour, the top 10.
That's actually not bad, but like that's an hour I want to sit down and watch, like get your popcorn and watch the full thing. And like usually I would like look through the battles and just pick the ones that I know I'm gonna like and not watch every single, like I'm not gonna watch all the top 16, all the 8, all the 1, but like with this, it's like you want to see the full story.
And you can watch it unfold. Like, how is this going to end? Where's this going to go? You never know.
Yeah.
Because like the 2015 one, like that's ingrained in my brain. Like the finals came down to Breaks and Frankie J, and they both were at like 7 rounds each that they'd won. So actually, the winner at that point was gonna, like, whoever won that was gonna get both rewards, the winner and the assassin, or
that's good.
The knockout champion or whatever.
That is so good.
And so that last round was nuts.
I wonder if, I'm just like throwing suggestions at you for this jam, but like, would it make it more fun if the host, you know, when they're going to call someone out, would it be like you have to say like what you think, like, okay, who are you going to, and like let them say it rather than just like pointing and being like, you can't. But it's like, okay, like if you gave me the mic and I'm like, all right, he's got 2 left. He's got 1 left. All right, let me go for him. Like, so we hear what they're thinking or something. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
Or like just kind of.
They might be like too tired. They might just be like.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah. But that's going to be so fun.
I know, like for breaking, it's really tough. It's a tough event.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that's why it was in Jet in the last one, because he won both the assassin and the actual win as well. He won both of them.
Yeah.
He went on like the Terminator.
Yeah, he killed it.
He just did like 7 rounds in a row.
Yeah.
And he had 2 lives. So even in that final point, he could have called someone out, lost, just literally done what like Justice did, done a short round, sat down and got some rest. But he said, no, I'm it's utter defeat.
Sick.
And he just went on, destroyed everyone and walked away with both prizes. It was like, okay, so fair play. So yeah, he's definitely coming back for the next one.
Sick.
And he has to start the next one.
Stress. Very big stress.
But now he gets a chance to win a life back.
Yeah. The life back is cool.
Yeah.
But no, I think like there's so much that's going to make this so fun. And you know what's crazy is like if it only takes an hour, that's not much longer than a normal top 16 would take.
No.
So it's like you could technically, you didn't do 2 of them in the last one, but you could do, if you did like a day event, do you reckon you could do All Stars and Breaking in the same event?
Yeah, possibly. I mean,
prelims would take it.
Prelims is the thing that takes the time, isn't it? So, I mean, we've got plans for the future where we're hopefully eventually going to be able to do qualifiers in each style, leading to like the final last style standing.
That would be sick.
That happens sort of at the end of the year or summer or whatever.
Bro, I mean, it would be sick to do like almost like a kind of like not a league, but like let's say you do a last popper standing, last hip hop dancer standing, and each you do 10 styles.
Yeah.
And like all those 10 winners then go into an all. So like when they're doing their event.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's just definitely the idea. It's there.
Yeah. So then it's like when you do it the first time, it's a popping only event, but the winning that means you qualify for the All Stars event at the end of the year. Oh my God, that would be so, bro. This is so fun. You know what we need to do? I'm just going to say this on mic, and then if you say no, it'll be really embarrassing. But you know what we should do? Is like, bro, wait,
no.
Okay.
No.
Wait.
I'm joking.
Wait, here's what we could do. Either, because you've got plans to do those as like public events, those things.
But I'm definitely like, if you're thinking of like collaborating, I'm definitely like involved, like down to.
But I wonder if we could do something where, like, okay, I think because you've already got plans for doing the public events, like carry on with whatever that plan is, and we can talk about that off the pod if you want. But like, what would be sick is, and I've been trying to find a way to do this, and this might be the way, is like, what if we do like private jams, right? Where we, between the two of us, we rent just a fucking studio. We could just rent Vatican, which is like cheap as fuck. And then we just invite 10 hip hop dancers and we film it and do it like nobody's allowed, like there's no crowd. It's just those 10. And we just do it as a game and put the videos out of like, we just do one in each style or something and just try and find like 10 people. And we just do like, that would be just sick content.
That would be dope, because actually the invites have been really hard to choose because there are so many dope dancers. Like genuinely, it has been really tough to pick the invites. And yeah, just looking at like doing that and inviting 10 of the top like hip hop dancers, as an example, 10 crumpers down, 10 whatever, and doing it like that to find our final 10, or even something like that would actually be sick. Because
to find our final 10 for which?
For the last star standing. So like you do all the stars, as you said, like 10 hip hop dancers down, and they do that. And then,
so as the qualifiers, we do it as like private. Oh, bro, that's what I was, because I was like, that was the other thing I was going to say is like, if we did it as like private qualifiers, so you do, let's say you do.
It might have to be like 8.
Oh, no, but then we need judges.
It might have to be like 8 for the qualifiers, or 8 different qualifiers, and then open two spots
on the day.
Just so that anyone can qualify to make it, you know.
Because then you have to look at what styles you're including.
Yeah.
Oh, no, do you know what? All right, do you know what would be better for you? I mean, we could still do this as a collaboration, but what would be cool is that we do, this is so like what we would talk about behind the scenes, but fuck it, we're here. Is like we do a 3-way collaboration. So it's me, you, and then we partner with someone. Like, for example, if you're going to do Light Feet, it's like me, you, and Light Fest that we do the qualifier. Or then it's like, if it's popping, it's like me, you, and Firehouse, or me, you, and In the House for a house qualifier. So we like 3-way partner. So like, let's say you run the jam, I'll film and stuff like that, and then like In the House would pick the 10 house dancers, you know, something like that. That would be sick.
And then it would all come down to like one jam at the end of the year with all these top heavy hitters fighting it out to see which style reigns supreme.
But I think also we could even do like, if you still do those as public events, because I think if you did like a pop-in one, like I think so many people would enter. Like the breaking one was like 6. So I think it's almost like a shame to make it private, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Like, or to make it only private. Like if you did a pop-in, like bro, if you could do, oh my God. This jam is blowing my mind. I'm actually so, bro, I didn't expect to get this excited about this fucking jam. Right. If you could get, I don't know how the venue works or the Samsung space or how often you can get it or whatever, but bro, imagine if you did a fucking jam every month at the Samsung space, and it's like pop in 1 month, hip hop 1 month, break in, blah, blah, blah. And then you do that for 8 months, let's say, and then you've got the 9th month or something would be the finals. Yeah. That would be so sick.
One event is stress. I definitely need to partner with some people on that, because that would be mad.
Because you don't get funding for this.
No, it's all out of the bank account of Recklessly and Jamie.
Stress. But have you... Because I wonder if that's something you could put in for funding. To be fair,
that's not fully true on this one. Shout out to... Have I even got this on the right way around?
Yeah, you have.
Flow Like Zen.
Yes.
Flow Like Zen are a independent clothing brand that are sponsoring this event, and they're putting up, they're helping out towards the cash prize.
Nice.
And they're putting up it's around £400 worth of clothing prizes.
Oh, sick.
And it's some really fresh stuff. Like his designs are wicked, and it's like really nice quality.
Yeah.
Like I love it. I think it's
bro,
really
honestly, now that I'm getting this excited, if I can find someone that wants to like assist me to film, I might enter. I might just enter, and then when I get knocked out, or if I don't get through prelims, I'll just go and film. But I actually might ask around and be like, is there anyone that can do it?
Let's go. Because I feel like you're going to play it tactically.
That's the only thing I'm good at with battling is like tactics. So,
that's one of the main reasons why I was super happy to come on here to like discuss it and be like, please play it tactically. I want to see people get heated over like, how dare you choose me? But it's like, no, I want to win. So you're going down, you know?
No, listen. All right. So like, this is a good, okay, let's come back to this conversation about about how we do things. Are you staying to do the member thing?
Yeah.
Okay, sick. So we can talk about that after.
But I have another question for you about this. Would come under tactics.
Okay, go on.
But it's also about how the DJ plays.
Oh, go on.
So when it's just one style, it doesn't really matter because you know what style of music you're getting.
Yeah.
But if it's mixed style,
Yeah.
you don't know what music you're getting.
Yeah.
So should the DJ drop the beat before you decide who you're picking, or should it be at random?
Oh, this is good. Bro, you came with such good... This is a good pod.
As an example...
You came with good questions.
This was one that was definitely playing on my mind, because if I was breaking and I picked a crumper and then a crump track dropped, I'm screwed.
Oh,
right?
No. They have to pick... Okay, wait. This is so good. Oh my God, this jam is going to be so sick. Okay.
But if they drop the beat, I can decide, no, I'm not getting them because they're going to destroy me on that track.
Bro,
and then you can...
This makes it so... This is actually the best way to do an all-stars jam, I think, that I've ever heard. Like, I don't think that I've heard... The only... And I'm saying this because it was my idea, but like, not that, but like what I'm about to say. The only other way that I like is the way that I did the Nike jam, which was, it's all styles, but based on styles of music. So you can do whatever, but to that style of music. But outside of that, this is probably the best format for an all-stars battle, because it all makes sense of why we're dancing to random songs, because the challenge is, who are you going to pick? How are you going to like screw people over? So I think you have to. Okay, so all right, I've just won. I just beat someone, right? So now the song comes on and it's house. No, yeah, you have to play the song first.
Yeah,
you have to play. Okay. Or okay, what if you say, right, you get the first 5 seconds of the song, then you make a decision. So it goes, and that can be from the intro. So if the intro's dead or the song changes, that's the gamble you got to make. So literally Josh presses play, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, stops the song. Who do you choose? Okay, that person. Okay, now continue from that 5. And for example, let's say there's a housey intro and you pick a popper, but then it's actually like some Kate Trinada beat that has a hard snare. You're like, fuck, I tried.
It's switched on. Yeah. You got to know your music then.
And because also then people could like sit and listen to the song for ages before they choose. Like, you got to give them a time limit to choose.
I feel sorry for Josh, man. Josh can have a hard time.
No, but that should be quite easy, because like you play the song and literally just watch it go 1, 2, 3, 5, press pause. Who do you choose? Okay, then press play and carry on. Like, that should be quite easy to do. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Yeah. I think you got
song first.
Bro, that makes it so much better, because you're like, oh, there's a house song and you're choosing someone. Now you're being really tactical.
Yeah.
You're choosing someone based on like what the song is playing and how tired you are and whatever.
Because some of them like go into like Light Feet at UPG.
Yeah.
When they got a Light Feet track,
exactly.
They blew up the room. Like,
and imagine you could not choose that for them. Bro, you know what's even more disrespect? You know what's fucking disrespectful? And this is what I legit would do just to be an arsehole, right? Is like, let's say not you, because I don't think I could beat you even now at like...
I don't know, man. Bro, there's no fitness. I did a round the other day for Battle Cage, and I got up and I was like, that hurt.
Well, bro, same. Yeah. But I'm just doing tight. I'm like, this hurts.
I was getting carpal tunnel.
Bro, you're not lying. But imagine how disrespected you would feel if, let's say I've done like 3 rounds or something, I'm tired. A breaking track comes on and I go, I'm going to choose Lee. To your music, I choose you. That's disrespect. Because how confident I have to be that I can beat you if I let you dance on your music. Oh, yeah, that's good.
But then I go full out and then you just chill and lose the round tactfully.
Yeah, or that.
Makes me feel even more peaked. And I'm just like, I just wasted a round.
True.
Because you have to go first. You can't hold back. You have to go all out.
So then, okay, there's a way you could use that disrespectfully, which is the way I said. The way you're saying is like, you could use that to make you get tired, lose some of your good shit, especially on breakers. Because if you know breakers, they have like more concrete stuff that they can use up. Oh, that's good shit, man. No, this is really good. I think, oh my God, yeah, I'm so excited for this. I really
so many like opportunities within the jam to like do different things, isn't there? There's so many.
Bro, like, you know what you need, which I don't know we can do it. Oh, maybe we can. Maybe we could talk to Samsung, but I think we should do a live stream. What do you think? Bro, do you know what I'm doing at MSB this weekend? By the way, guys, MSB this weekend. Have you seen the commentating thing that I do?
What, like you did at the kids breaking?
Yeah. Bro, that would be sick for this. Because then, like, because for the... bro,
does that limit
this is one of the most excited I've been on a fucking pod about.
Does that limit the music that can be played?
That's a good point. Potentially. Well,
I mean, that's a conversation we can have, but that would be sick. I mean, we'd love it. There's actually a bit at Samsung that says on air. That's just perfect. It's just there next to the side of the stage.
Unless the only thing, okay. So with YouTube, it's not as strict as like, you know, like WDSF when they do their live TV broadcast. They have to know beforehand it's not happening.
Yeah.
YouTube, the only problem is like they'll give me like a copyright strike or something, but I don't think they'll take the stream off air. Mm-hmm. They'll just like afterwards they'll be like, you can't monetize it or something like that. Because I've never had a problem with the live streams I've done before. I've been I haven't been able to monetize off any of the streams I've done, but I've never had one taken down.
Yeah.
So let me look into that. But basically, what I think would be cool, because it's a really easy small setup, especially if Samsung have equipment that they can use to help us.
Samsung have unlimited. Basically, the one thing, because they don't give anything towards the event in terms of like, I'm not actually sponsored by Samsung.
Yeah, like they're not paying.
It's
for
Samsung KX is the venue, and they're the ones that they've given me the space and basically said any tech you want to use, let us know and we can make it happen. So they've got like mics, anything that you literally need, they can source it. So let's cool.
Okay, can we are you in good contact with them?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we like have a chat with them and see what's possible? Because
100%.
If the thing is, if we're going to do it in one video anyway, the only reason why the thing about live stream usually is because everything's all in one video and then you have to like chop it up. But if we're going to put it out as one video anyway, A, we might as well do it as a live stream because then people can tune in if they can't make it.
Yeah.
B, we know the fucking Wi-Fi is fire at Samsung because that's their thing. Like it's all electronic stuff. And also, I think the only way that this could be more fun, like to watch, is like if I'm going to host it and like explain what's happening. Because I think that's why like MSB and Kids Breaking League, that's why they had me do it. Because it's like, it's way more fun to have a host be on the stream being like, obviously you've got your in-person host, but if I'm going, right, he's got two left. So if he's like, and I can talk about the tactics and stuff.
Yeah.
So that might be more fun. And it doesn't, like I just need a laptop to connect my camera to.
But then you said you might want to enter. So
yeah, in that case, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't in that case. Because I think that if we can get the equipment to set up a live stream, that'll be way more fun.
No, that would be wicked.
And that would be so fun to host as well. Like on the live stream as well, to be like, to talk about and get excited about what's going on.
Especially with some of the dancers that's already in. We've announced 3 invites.
Oh, can you give us an exclusive?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, the invites have already.
So who are judges?
The judges are Harry, Dirty Harry. Yeah. Kenrick, H2O Sandy, and B-Girl Roxy.
Oh, let's go. And then for the invites are who? So
there's 6 invites. We have only announced 3 because we're still waiting for 100% confirmation from the other 3. So I won't announce those just in case. But the 3 that are definitely invited are J-Funk.
Yeah, sick.
Kane.
Yeah.
And Cosmic. Shuriken.
Sick,
I think Cosmic has absolutely been smashing it this entire year for breaking, and also he's really good at responding to any type of music.
Yeah, he's been like really making appearances in a lot of battles. He's really good with all style stuff. He's really entertaining to watch as well.
I mean, for me, I chose the invites based on, I mean, they're all ridiculously high level anyway, but also based on their battle sort of attitude, the way that they enter battles. Yeah. There's no chill.
Yeah, for real.
I want it to be so like,
that's going to be
heated, it's heated,
so hype, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Bro, I swear to God, I'm going to get off this pod and text people like, you have to come to this jam. Guys, I wouldn't, Capsule listeners, you know me. I wouldn't say this if I didn't mean it, but yeah, this I'm actually so excited for this jam.
So out of interest, I'm not saying the other 3 invites, but who would you like to see invited to this jam? You're more like, I'm not disconnected from the stand-up scene, but just generally, like from you, who is much more connected, who would you like to see battle in it? Even if it was, whackers, any like Vogers, anything.
I would say the thing is, there's like people that I know would do well, and then people that I personally would like to see, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who. Okay, what styles are there? Crump, hip hop, pop in. I think you've got Harry's judging.
I asked Harry if he wanted to enter or judge. He chose the judging, and I was like, damn it, because actually
that would have been good.
Yeah,
but I think maybe, if Silk is around, I think he'd be good. I'm trying to think who else. Any of the hip hop guys. We've got a really good hip hop scene at the moment.
I know Battle Cage and UPG Battle for the Bag.
Crazy.
It was actually ridiculous.
Oh, Kieran Lay would be good at this type of thing. Really good. Although the only thing with Kieran is I feel like he's too much of a kind soul. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think when he has to battle, he can battle. Yeah. But in terms of like in his head, like maybe he has that side to him, but I don't like. I would literally be looking at the 10 and be like, who's the fucking weakest? Who can I smoke? Who looks nervous? Who's sweating too much? Who like doesn't like this type? I'd be fucking going back in my head of like, right, have I ever seen Harry battle on house music? Has Harry ever said to me that he doesn't like house music? Oh yeah, he did. I'm going to pick him just to be a dick. And like,
so, go back to when I did it in 2007, I did it in 2008 and I had to start, and I like, as any dancer who battles wants to be the top, right?
Yeah.
So I was looking at who the top in the UK was, which was Mouse at the time. And pretty much every jam, I called out Mouse first. Like, I swear Mouse was probably like, oh, this kid again, for God's sake, leave me alone. And it was me like, I lost 100%. Mouse took me out of the game, but I was like,
I just want to go for him.
Where is he? Oh, I was such a little shit, bro.
But that's why it's like, I'd love to see, I think Kieran is sick at All Styles stuff, and he's a great performer, but then it's like, is he gonna get, well, that would be interesting actually. That's why it'd be interesting to see, is like, is he gonna have the ruthless side of him to take people out, or is he gonna be too nice? Who else would I like to see in All Styles? I would like to see, I think I'd like to see some of the more like, because that's what I liked about the Nike battle that we did, that like you had some almost like style specialists, like Joel winning the like, he never does battles like that, like All Styles thing. So it's like people like that who are like usually like style specialist people. I think it would be sick to see them enter. Maybe, people like Lauren Scott, Omni. I think if Omni enters, a lot of people are going to have a trouble.
Yeah, he's on fire at the moment, right?
Omni, he just won something else, Battle All for All or something. I think it's in France. But Omni's like one of the people I'd put money, if I had to bet on dancing, I'd put some money on Omni at the moment. I think he'd be trouble, and he's got rounds, and obviously popping is like a little bit easier than some of the other styles, so I think he could go. Even people like someone like Special K, I think he'd be fun to watch. Some of the younger guys, I'd love to see like some of the younger like hip hop guys. Slayer would be good on this. But yeah, I think, bro, anyone who enters, I think it's going to be sick, to be honest. I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, let's see if we can get this live stream thing going, because that would be fucking cool.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
And I think there's room for it. We could have a camera set up and a little table at that.
I'd literally have a meeting with them on Thursday, so I can chat to them about it. So,
yeah.
I can even, if like, we can chat about this after, but I can maybe bring you in on the meeting.
Yeah.
Well. Like,
and we can see what we need to do that.
See if I can get you in there,
because they might be able to do the whole setup.
They should be able to.
Bro, this is gonna be so sick. All right, so let's talk about what would our like strategies be if we were gonna. How would you win this jam?
Am I starting or am I sat down?
Let's do both. So if you're starting, that means you got the lowest rank prelim, which means probably, unless you had a little bit of an off day and you scraped in, you're probably worse than most of the people there. 75%, let's say, to be fair. So like, there's probably 7 people there that are better than you. There might be 2 or 3 that you reckon you might have. You might just have not had as good of a prelim as them. Are you going first for the highest ranked because what I'm thinking is, okay, here's what I'm thinking. If I go first, I want to sit down as quick as possible.
Okay.
and let other people. I think my strategy would be like almost like camping in Call of Duty. I'm like, I want to be out, like I want to be like not seen as much as
Man's
possible.
a camper, you know, just in the corner with the riot shield.
Yeah. So then I think it's like, okay, so what's my tactic for not getting chosen, right?
Yeah.
Is my tactic A, looking scary so that
I'm just picturing you something like this.
No, but as in looking like a hard opponent to be, looking like I'm on fire, so people go, no, let's not fuck with Luke today, he's on fire. Or looking like super friendly so that you're like, no, I don't want to get him, let me get someone else. Which I think the friendly side doesn't work as well because it still could be a friendly battle. So, okay, here's what an option could be. If I go first, pick the weakest person and throw out the best round I can fucking find, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, just because I'm still fresh, this is the beginning of the battle, absolutely destroy the first person and really whatever my finals moves are, like bring out my best shit and like go for the weakest person, so it's like a demolishing of them.
Yeah.
Right? That was what I'd aim for. Obviously it might not happen, but aim to demolish the weakest person besides me. Then call out the strongest person.
Yeah.
Right? So let's say like out of the rank, I go for if I'm 10th and I go first, I call out number 9, fucking destroy them. Then go for number 1 and do what Justice did and don't like let them do a hard round and literally just take the piss, like go like that and just like do nothing, give up, take the loss. But then people have gone, oh, he lost on purpose, not because I tried and lost. He lost on purpose. So we don't know if he could have beaten that person because that last round was fire. So now what you have in your head is, so after that like little chess move, right? You've seen me take someone out. You've seen me lose, but the only way you've seen me lose is because I gave up on purpose to take the loss. And now what's left is the strongest person in the 10 on the floor taking people out.
Yeah.
So maybe you'd be less like, and he can't go for me. So maybe you'd be less likely to.
He can if he waits one round.
Yeah, but then he might be like, oh, there's this weak person. There's way more choices than the person who you've just seen on fire. So it might, I might try a tactic like that.
My tactic was always go for one of the top 3 first.
Okay. Why? If you were the first person up?
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Because if I took that round,
they're down.
They're down 1 life and I look scary. So in the same way you were saying to destroy that one person.
But you do it against someone.
Yeah. But in this, it would depend on the music. So if I got like a break, then I might be like, okay, cool, I can go for one of the top 3 and I'll get them.
Okay. Yeah. So this changes everything. Yeah. So if you, let's say they play 5 seconds of the music and you're like, either I know this song or it's my type of music, you pick someone, and let's say it's someone who doesn't do that style. So who was the invite? You said Jordan, Kane and Cosmic.
Yeah.
So right, let's say there's a straight popping song on. I'm going, Jordan I've seen him be really good on a lot of different styles, and he's always Crump fits kind of on everything. So then I'm going, right, out of Cosmic and Kane, who have I
Jordan's
seen?
Energy as well is so high.
Yeah,
that he can match the breaking. So because I base my breaking on high energy, right? It's all about moves, and big blow ups and how I build.
And he can match that
around it, and he can match that easily. So he's the one person I don't want to go for first. So I'd go for one of the other 2. Hopefully I'd win it, then go for a couple of the weak ones, store up some rounds. Maybe I'm getting close to winning a life back. But if I'm feeling really tired, Jordan. I'm pulling Jordan up.
Just to take me out quickly.
Yeah, and then I would do the thing, like you said, I would chill, because I know I'm not winning that round.
That's the interesting thing, is you have to remember that whoever beats you is going to stay on the floor and take lives off other people. Yeah. So you want to lose to the best person so that it's worth you going out so that your opponents lose some rounds.
Yeah. You also, a lot of people will look at they did it kind of in the last one. They went for Justice because Justice was dangerous in that lineup.
So they wanted to get him out quick.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. All right, so here's the other thing. Yeah. And there's no rule against this. People teaming up.
Yeah.
This is like a Hunger Games situation.
Yeah, 100%.
So if now we have Jordan and we're like, okay, let's say, I don't know, you haven't announced the other guest, but let's say I get through, you get through, and then there's Kane, and then there's Cosmic. So me, you, Kane, and Cosmic go, right, guys, before we battle each other, let's get Jordan the fuck out of it. So every time we go up, it's like, well,
poor Jordan.
It's
Jay
like,
Funk's gonna be looking at this pod like, oh my days, you guys, you're gonna get me like smoked in the first.
But it could be anyone who you're like, right, they're the problem. It's like you could team up and be like, right, every time one of us goes out, let's call that guy out and take him out first, and then once he's done, we'll worry about us lot.
Yeah.
Winning. Or I mean, you could team up in the way of. Let's say if you've got one life left, but you're almost going to win that assassin prize because you've won. Or let's say you've got one life left, but you've won 4 in a row, and I've got 3 lives left. So if you beat me, it means you get a life left, a life back.
Yeah,
I could say, you know what, I'll take the L on this one because I can afford to, and basically I'm giving you a life.
Yeah.
Like I can take this L to give you a life to keep you in the game rather than trying to beat you.
Yeah.
So there's like loads of like tactics that you could play.
Of ways.
Oh my God,
and
so sick.
I don't know, like you look at games,
Yeah.
like for example, Call of Duty and things like that. There's certain tactics when the game first comes out where people are playing it in a certain way, but as they start to find different, mechanics within the game, they start to change the tactics on how they actually do things.
Yeah.
So the same thing could happen here. There could be tactics that we don't know exist yet that actually work better.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like if you really got good at this. Because the other thing you could do also is like, not for this one, but it's like, I wonder if there's like an endurance version of this, like where you do like 10 lives and you do breaks or something and it's like a full day, like, because like, like, I'm trying to think of an example, but like,
or so they, like, for example, they do it and then they go off and have a rest where they can think about how they're going to play it then for
and
the
like you
next
imagine
round.
going back and you have like half an hour to like sit and look, and you're like, you could almost look and chat with your coach or your whatever and be like, okay, so I've just lost 3, I'm now on 7 lives, like we've got 2 more, like blah blah blah. You could do like a 3-hour version of this, and in between each hour do breaks or something, and just like, right, we're going to go for an hour with 10 lives, and you could really, now it's like a marathon tactics of like, on the 3rd hour you're like, right, we're all fucking dead, we've got 2 lives, you got 1, like how am I going to beat it? Like that could be sick as well, because that's something I would like be excited to watch for the whole day. And imagine the fucking anticipation by the time it gets down to everybody's on the last 1 or 2 and you're like,
oh, you're in the 3rd section, there's only 5 left.
You know what's even better than this? Oh my God, what if you made it a team thing? Oh my God, bro.
But like last team standing.
Okay, I'm so excited. What if you did a team thing, but only one person's in at one point, right? But your team has points. So you have 10 points and you've got 3 people on the team, but you can substitute in and out whenever you want.
So if you lose a point.
For the team.
For the team.
Not for yourself. No. So like you can be like, right, you're in, stay in, like you're winning all the thing. But when you get tired, we're going to sub hit. But the other teams are subbing each other in and out. So you might not, or maybe there's a time when it's like, how does it work where maybe there's like rest points where you're allowed to sub. So after every 10 battles that happen, everyone is allowed to either make a substitution or choose not to. So you have like, okay, like the coaches can be, all right, in this next one, you're going to sub in or you're going to stay in because you're killing it. And like, you might stay in until you're dead. Then the next person might stay until they're dead. Or you might go, right, we're going to change every single time there's a sub opportunity.
My brain is going like this right now. It's
oh my God, that would be, because then it's like,
we need to do this.
It's a 3-on-3, but there's only one person in at a time. And the other 2 are like advising that person, okay, go for this person
what
next.
What if you even did it more, like as an 8-on-8? And you get 8 lives, but not every person has to dance. Like they could decide who's going. You could send, like, say it's a breaking battle, and your strongest member is, I don't know, Hong Ten. You could send Hong Ten 4 rounds in a row if you think he's going to win the rounds. Yeah. And then the other team is losing lives as they go, and he stayed, and you could even win a life if you win 5 in a row. It's just like, you could make it a proper crew battle.
Yeah, because this is the thing. If you have 10 lives, I reckon 3 is good, because if you have too many people, it's a lot easier, I think. Like the 3 is like 3 people will get tired pretty quick. So that's what makes it like you have to be strategic. Whereas 8 is almost like I could be the 8th man on the bench and come fresh right at the end. But I think also it's like, okay, so say you did 10 lives, 3 people on a team. And then the person they look, because then also it's easier to win 5 in a row to gain points back. Like this is like a full day's like.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do something else at the event anyway, so that I could do, say, a qualifier in the day, and then have, so that the people that are in the last one standing or the last start standing, whatever it is, can have a rest before they have to do this brutal all-out jam. I was like, oh, it'd be really cool to do a 3-on-3, 4-on-4, something like that. We could do.
But what if you did?
It's just funding, man.
Yeah. But what if you did the 3-on-3 as the final of your, or if you do all your qualifiers, right? What if you did, let's say, okay, you do a pop-in one, and it's 1v1, like last popper standing, and Omni wins. But then because he wins, he gets to choose his other 2 people for the finals. Okay. So it's an all-stars one, but like he gets to bring, and those 2 people, no, they have to be poppers, let's say.
Yeah.
You have to choose 2 people that are maybe from the battle or something. I don't know. But yeah, like that could be cool. Is like you do it as a 3-on-3, the final one or something, like a big long day event. Because then you've already you don't have to do prelims in the day. So you could say, right, from 12 till whatever time. Let's say from 12 till 5 is the event.
Yeah.
But it's like you do an hour, then you have half an hour break, another hour, half an hour break, another hour.
Yeah.
That would be so sick.
It would actually be mad.
And like, yeah, bro, I think you could have little team t-shirts and everything. Yeah. But I think, bro, I think this is such a good concept, and I'm so gassed for it.
There's just so many opportunities from it as well. It's actually nuts.
Yeah. So I think let's definitely talk about it more, but let's do the, like, even if it's not for a qualifier, even if it's just for fun, like let's do it as just content. Like let's do a pop-in one, a hip-hop one. And that could even maybe gauge some interest for when you do the qualifiers. Because if we put out a video of like, all right, it's the 10 poppers that are doing it, blah, 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 and then people like it, then you're like, all right, cool, let's do that. You know what I mean?
Who's your 10 poppers?
Well, it's going to be hard because it's logistics, isn't it? It's about because also if we're doing it just as
it could be anyone in the UK and they were all free and there was no funding budget. Like nothing like that. You could just pick 10.
Just pick 10.
Who's your 10?
Then it's just got to be who's the top 10 in the... Well, it depends also because it's like, obviously I'd want to put like Brooke, Marvel, Breaks, like people like that. But if they don't want to battle, then...
Say they did.
Okay, so like Brooke, Marvel, Breaks, Omni... Silk, Harry. How many
Lauren.
rounds? That's 7. Wait.
Lauren Scott.
Yeah, I'd probably go Lauren.
Got 3 left.
It also depends whether I'm thinking about my personal favorites or like entertainment wise. Because my personal favorites, I'd probably put in Slayer.
Yeah.
Who else is good? Who else do I like watching? There's quite a lot. It's hard to choose. I've got 2 more.
Yeah. Ooh. The 8 you've mentioned are like
the gangsters. I mean, maybe like
does Chase still battle?
No. I think maybe like Lucia Camille if they're around. Those 2 might be my 2 other ones.
Sean.
Yeah, fuck Sean Dixon. There's so many people I forgot.
My brain was off for a second as well, so I was like,
well, the thing is, you'd always have to do like a generation because I think I could pick 10 just from that. Like I could pick like Brooke, Marvel, Sean, Dixon, Paris.
Paris.
Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many people from just that generation alone, and Mechanical, fucking there's there's a lot from that generation. But then if we go like currently who's like battling, then you've got like Lucia Camille, like people like that, Slayer, Taiwo, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, yeah, there's so many. Yeah.
Be hard, right?
I think we've got to do this. We've got to do it. Guys, if you listen to this and you want this to happen, tell us. But we're going to do it anyway.
Even if you don't want it to happen.
But yeah, bro, just imagine like how sick that would be just in a studio. Like, yeah, we'll talk about this afterwards.
Hip hop will be the hardest one to pick, the 10.
Yeah, that's why I think we just kind of go, like, we can't pick the 10 best. I think for the video ones, we just go with like, all right, who's free on this date? Like, I think because we know it's going to be there's so many to choose from, we just pick a date and we say, right, hip hop dancer, who's free on this date? If they're free, come, let's do it. Like first 10 that say whatever. Yeah, bro, I'm so excited. We fucking did the whole pod about this one jam. Should we switch over to members? To talk shit. About
up
people.
to you, yeah, go for it.
All right, well, guys, check out this jam. The date is
30th of June.
30th of June. At the Samsung
KX,
space
King's Cross.
Yep.
Cold Drops Yard, 4, doors open at 4, event ends at 9 p.m.
Doors open at 4, event ends at 9. So 4 is for prelims.
4 is registration.
Registration, right, and then prelims will be after
and
that.
We are limited on capacity, so...
What's the capacity of the venue?
200.
And that's including dancers, including staff.
Yeah.
So get your tickets. Are you selling like tickets? So like once the tickets are gone, there's no on the door?
If they all sell out before the jam, there'll be none on the door.
Okay, cool.
Or it'll be 1 in, 1 out, depending on...
And it's how much for the ticket?
Battlers are 12, spectators 15, and then we've got some nice tiered seating that circles the venue, which is sort of VIP, which is your VIP ticket, which is 20 quid.
Ah, that's a very smart idea, having a VIP on those. Yeah, sick. Yeah. Guys, I'd never say this unless I mean it, but I fully fucking recommend going to this jam. 1,000,000,000% think this is, like, I said this on when we spoke about it after the last pod, but like, yeah, this is, you got to keep doing these and like really make it big, because I think this is like, this would be like a game changer. Like this could be like the event of the year, you know, like if you do it regularly and build it up, like, bro, yeah. Yeah, try and get like a producer to help get you funding or something, no?
Yes.
If you can get funding for this.
That's, you know, again, me and Jamie are just doing it. We're sending out, Jamie's my partner, for anyone that's watching the pod that doesn't realise. And yeah, we're just sending out emails, trying to do our best for it. But yeah, I could do with help, maybe a producer or something. I don't know what I'm doing. So if anyone wants to help, more than happy
I'll see if I can put you in touch with anyone that might be interested.
But
yeah, if there's any aspiring producers out there, because it might even be good for someone, if you guys are going to do the work yourselves anyway, it might be good for someone that just wants some experience producing, is like to try go write some funding applications, go see what they can do to try and help you. It's like, you never know, can only help. For sure.
And shout out to Flow Like Zen.
Flow Like Zen.
Do it. Yeah, Flow Like Zen.
Instagram, are they on Instagram?
They are on Instagram. I believe it is just at Flow Like Zen.
That makes sense.
Yeah, again, all, you know, bespoke clothing, and it's really nice stuff, really good quality. And yeah, they are sponsors of the last Style Standing. So
boom.
Thank you to them for that.
And yeah, so check out, we'll either do a live stream on the Capsule YouTube or we'll post a video on the Capsule YouTube, either one. We could even, if we can't do the live stream, maybe we could even still set up the commentary or the e-hosting just for the recorded video. Yeah. And just have it as like, people can watch along later with it and see. But either way, we'll figure something out for you guys.
It'll be sick.
And behind the scenes sessions happening soon. There's things I forgot. Sorry, there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Sorry, fucking hell. Last few minutes. So the first thing is the Nike sessions. The May one went really sick. I got so excited by your jam, I forgot about the stuff I wanted to talk about. I was like, yeah, fuck the rest of the pod. No, the Nike sessions were really cool. This one was really busy. Thank you so much to everyone that came. It was really fucking fun night. The DJs killed it. The showcases were sick. We had Memphis Juke in UK, Shway Style, Hustling London. Like, yeah, we can talk about those more on a future pod, but like, yeah, I was just so gassed to have them all in the space. And like, the idea behind those showcases was like to give a bit of a shine to like styles that aren't usually featured. Like all the battles are like pop-in, hip-hop, break-in, stuff like that. So I just wanted to like see if we could like shine a light on some of the other styles, which, you know, was super dope to have. I got really gassed. The next Nike session is our final fucking session, and I'm going to tell you on the members section what we're going to do for it.
Sick.
Yes, but and you can go and check that out. Members only will get a little preview of what we're thinking. But yeah, the next one is the last one. So there are currently no plans for them to continue until we do a recap with Nike and kind of like see who signed up and how productive it's been on paper. Obviously, in real life, it's been amazing, but obviously when there's money going into something, we have to look back and see that everything's making sense for us and for them. And but yeah, like, thanks so much everyone for the support. Please, if you haven't been able to make it, or even if you have, let's try and, I really want to pack out the last one. I want the fucking queue to be around the corner, just so that we can really show Nike and the other people that are paying attention, because there are other people that are watching these sessions and seeing what's going on, and just kind of show to them that, you know, this is the type of thing that we do need in the community. So yeah, check out that next one. It's the Friday before your jam. So I think, is there something on there's something on the Saturday as well. That might be another busy weekend in London.
I mean, like the whole of June is crazy. Like there's double weekenders for the whole of June.
Yeah. So ours is, the Nike session is Friday the 28th. Yeah. Then yours is Sunday the 30th. So if you're in London, I mean, if you're looking to put on an event, organisers, the 29th would be the time to do it. And yeah, that'll be a good weekend in London.
Yeah, come down. Like if you're coming from outside of London, come down on the Friday.
Yeah, stay till Sunday.
You've got the Nike sessions.
Yeah.
And then stay through till the Sunday.
Definitely.
For the last star standing, it will be a sick weekend.
100%. And I think the other thing I wanted to say was, obviously this weekend you had the Battle Cage.
Bird Battle Cage was on Sunday, and on Saturday was
UPG's event. Did you were at the Battle Cage?
Yeah, I was at both. Yeah.
How was the Battle Cage?
Battle Cage was actually amazing. The vibes for the event was sick. Elise actually smashed it.
Yeah. You know, shout out to Elise. She organises the Battle Cage.
Yeah, Elise killed it. It's the whole vibe of it just felt like very community sort of orientated. There was loads of ciphers. Everyone was jamming. The energy for the battles was wicked. The level was really high as well. Especially the hip hop was.
Yeah, it looked crazy.
Yeah.
That looked like such a good battle. And like the weekend looked sick as well.
You know, I got a shout out because I judged the under 16 cypher.
Yeah.
And genuinely, that was one of the hardest things I've had to judge. I started dancing when I was 13. I couldn't dance on beat. There was no top, like, what was the beat? I didn't know what was going on, anything. These kids were between like 11, 12, 15, you know, around that sort of age, and
killing it.
the textures on the music, like the way they were building their rounds, the musicality, the stuff that they were doing. I was just mind blown by the level of that generation. That cypher was actually very tough to judge, but it was sick.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. The level of the kids these days is insane.
And Sim Campbell DJing actually smashed
it.
He
smashed it?
The beats were harder. I mean, he was mixing between some, you know, newer stuff and then some, like, he had some boom bap playing, like some 90s hip hop and just, you know, 2000s hip hop.
I love that also, where it's like when you have an event that, like, obviously it being at Stanley Arts is like it, like the thing that it's you know, it's happened quite a few times, but like even having like the host, the DJ, like the judges, like all like kind of internal. Like I like when it's like I go to an event and it's not the same people. It's like it's a Bird Gang event, it's Elise's event. It feels like you're almost like creating little communities within the community. So I think that's a good thing, rather than just, if you're going to start a new event and you just get the person that's hosted the last 5 jams, the judge that's judged the last 5 jams. It's like, find people that are like, make your event feel unique. That's what I like to do anyway.
I agree with that.
So yeah, shout out to Bird Gang and Elise for that. That sounded sick. And shout out to UPG for what I hear was a fucking event of the year contender.
100%. I swear someone mentioned, they were a dancer, so I don't know how factual it is, but they said there was like 160 in the prelim.
Oh, I can imagine, yeah.
Like, we
shout out first of all to Aiden Yao, who is, I think that's how you say his name, Aiden, who was working on behalf of the Capsule at the UPG event, and he filmed all the battles, and they're now up on the Capsule YouTube. So if you haven't seen them, go check them out. But I'm just checking the videos, but basically the prelims were, hold on, where's my playlist? There's 5 parts to the prelim, and they're all 20 minutes each. So what does that make? What's 20 times 5? 2 times 5 is 10, 100 minutes. So
hour and 40 minutes.
Hour and 40 minutes of prelim. So I don't know how many that is, but if you think there's a minute each, there's quite a lot of people that entered. Yeah. And all the prelims are up online as well as all the battles in crispy 4K. But yeah, I also, so definitely shout out to UPG. That sounded amazing. Also for UPG and Bird Gang, I'm sorry I could not attend your events. I was performing in Gloucester for the whole weekend, so I couldn't make it. I also got all the way to Gloucester and blew my entire clutch out of my car, and
well done.
It didn't go anywhere. So now my car is currently in Gloucester at a mechanics. And it just so happened, how lucky is this? It just so happens that I'm laughing.
I feel bad for you. That's Pete.
No, it's going to cost me a lot of money. But the luckiest way to break down. So first of all, 2-hour journey, I break down 5 minutes from where I need to be. First of all, great. Then I call the guys to take me to the garage, right? And all the garages I'm calling are like 20 minutes away or whatever from where I am. So the guys come and it ends up, I can't remember even which guy. I just say, tell me the address. So I tell the address to the guys and they take me obviously in the tow truck to the fucking thing. I get to the garage where the guy is and he's like the only one that's open and he's closing in. Like I just luckily broke down at the right time. It's a Saturday, like for him to get him before it's closed. And because it's Gloucester, not London would have been like, yeah, fuck off, deal with it. He was like, well, we're closed until Tuesday, but if you leave it with me now, I'll check it on Tuesday when we open again. Man. So lovely guy. Yeah. So then I get to the garage, drop the car off with him and I'm like, right, where am I going? It happened to be that it's like, when I looked on Google Maps, it's like where I was performing was the other side of the building where I was at. I was like, oh, I'm performing there. So they actually brought me closer to the performance venue. And I happened to be back in Gloucester next Friday. So this is the only 2 times in the year that I've been to Gloucester back to back. Yeah. And the only time I had to leave my car in Gloucester. So
that's not too bad then.
Yeah, like I would have had to get a train back up to collect the car, but now I'm back up there anyway for MSB. So I was like, all right, this is the best possible way I could have broken down. Now it's probably going to cost me a lot. Yes, because fucking clutch is gone.
But could have been worse.
Could have been worse. And I managed to make both performances. I wasn't late for the shows, so chilling. Anyway, all that to say is shout out to UPG and Bird Gang. And that's like, every time Bird Gang have done this battle cage, I've been performing or doing something, I haven't been able to get to it. So I will come and enter so that I can have the honor of getting my ass kicked / not getting through prelims. I did get a voice note from Kane. I asked him about the event, so I'll play it for you guys to hear about it. And while I'm playing it, I'm going to go to the toilet. Cool. If that's all right with you guys at home. So we're going to do this. We're going to do a little makeshift thing here, like that. And then we're going to play what Kane said about the event. And then if it finishes before I'm done peeing, Lee can tell you a story.
Cool. So I just woke up. The event, we started planning it. We had the idea for the event a long time ago, I'd say in like December. But we didn't really start planning. Didn't really start planning until about like end of March. So it was quite last minute. Not last minute, but you know what I mean. It was quite. We didn't have as much time as you'd think. The process was quite stressful. Once we got everything sorted, like the artwork and stuff, we only had a month left to promote. So we only really had a month to promote the event properly the way we wanted to. And then we didn't realize how much attention the battle would get. And we had to get a new space because we was originally using Maryland. And then that was hell because finding a new venue was like slowly killing me. We was looking for places for ages, like emailing places, calling places, messaging people that we know. It was quite hard because we didn't want to. We did want to use Maryland, but it was just generally too small for the turnout that we was expecting. And then luckily, thanks to Leanne. Luckily thanks to Leanne, we got Peckham Levels. So I want to big her up real quick. Because of her, then I don't know what we would have done, to be honest. But yeah, Leanne got us Peckham Levels. That's that. The whole event was self-funded, so we all put money together to pay the team, to pay the winner and stuff. Ty and Ben were our DJs, so they're like, I think the whole event was quite in-house. Like Ty and Ben were DJs. My mum and stepdad made the big floor that had UPG on it. Made the checkboards for the winner. So it was everything was kind of done within the whole UPG family, you know what I mean? Like Zach with the Rise t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? He made t-shirts for all the top 32. So when you lost, you got a t-shirt. The winner got a special one that said I won the bag on it. So that was like a pretty cool addition that we decided to add. What else? Yeah, and on the day, we didn't expect it to go so perfect. Like, I don't think anything messed up on the day, nothing. We didn't have one hiccup. There was no music issue, there was no floor issue, there was nothing. Like, everything went really well, and we appreciate everybody for just giving great energy, and the energy in the room was crazy. Like, I don't think even, like, not to gas myself, but I don't think I've been to an event like that before, you know what I mean? So, and I really enjoyed it, and I wasn't even dancing, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad that everybody really enjoyed the event. And yeah, and hopefully, fingers crossed for the next one, we have something big coming up. But it's not a promise. So yeah, but either way, Battle for the Bag will definitely be back. And that love for the team as well, that the judges, the media team, the hosts, the people on the door, everything, because we didn't have much of a budget, because like we said, it was all out of our own pocket, and a lot of it went into the cash prize. So thanks for everybody that worked that for us that day. Yeah, bro, it was really, really good, man. Like, it was really good, and the footage coming out, the footage is really clean. So shout out Kiwi for that. Yeah, bro, I think that's about it.
And that's about it. That is from the mouth of Kane himself. But yeah, shout out to UPG. That sounded like a sick event. What I love about their event is like that, and this is what I love also about your event, is like, I've always said this, that it's like, we need a range of events. Like, we don't need 1,000 of the same. Like, when people say, oh, there's too many battles, that's not necessarily true. There's too many battles that are the same fucking thing over and over with the same people, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you need lots of battles that all feel different. You need the battles for like the amateurs, you need the high level shit, you need like what UPG did, like big cash prize, you need like events for the community, like you need all sorts of different stuff. And I think that's what's cool, because like the battle, the way they did it with the £1,000 cash prize and like an all-star, like, is not the battle that I would have organized, if you know what I mean. Like if I wouldn't have done that. But that's why it's so good, because it's like they do what they do. Yeah. And the battle that I organize wouldn't be the battle that you organize. And like, you know what I mean? And it's like where we have like different creative people in the scene. And like, for example, it's all different demographics, because I'm almost 35. I've been in the scene for quite a while and like seen a lot of different range of things. So my viewpoint on what an event should be is based on my experience. You've also been around for a long time, but in a completely different way, and you've seen from a breaking thing, and so your approach is completely different. UPG are like current, they're doing stuff now, so they're looking at the scene going, right, the scene needs this, and apparently the scene responded. But like, oh, it did. It was honestly, the jam was actually mad. That's like, sick. The level was crazy. Obviously, if you put up a bag. But that's what I mean. It's like, because say for me, it's like, I would be worried about, like, say when we did the Nike battle, we had prizes for like first, second and third place, and like everybody in the top 8 got something. So I'm more concerned about everyone feeling included and getting a little something from it, right? I mean, whereas, I agree with that. That's why for the last one, I did a newcomer cipher. Yes. Don't actually like that term. So this time around, we've brought it back. It's called a phase 1 cipher for people that are in phase 1 of this sort of battling, career. Yeah, I think that's good. Like a chance to be involved. They'll have sort of 20-minute cipher, depends on how many people sign up. And then we'll pick a top 2, and then they'll battle it out for another floor like Zen Price that they put up, which is great. So yeah, I think I agree with like that as well. But I think that's what's... Yeah, but I think that's also what's good about UPG, where it's like, I would do, and also it's an age thing of like, I want to like make everyone feel included, and they're in that era where it's like, nah, we want fucking cutthroat battles that are like it's like the highest stakes possible. Like the one winner gets $1,000. I mean, it worked. The battles were fire, because then everybody is like thirsty for that. Even to get through the top 32, you're like, I need that, you know. So I think that's great, because each battle feels different, and I think the venue looks sick. I think I've been to Peckham from Levels Loads. I wasn't there obviously on the day, but that place is a great place for battles, so I hope they keep that. And I kind of hope, like, I want everyone in the scene to, like, you know, get what they need, but I also hope other people don't use that venue. Like, because UPG are the first people that have used that venue, so if they keep Battle for the Bag at that venue, it's very, like, their thing, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I kind of like when people...
to, like, you know, if, like, people have different venues, because it does change the vibe of the event 100%. As well. Like, someone holds it somewhere that's more underground and more raw, someone holds it somewhere that's like, you know, for example, UK Champs is on a stage.
Yeah.
It's a huge stage.
Yeah.
And I love it. But then, you know, Groovenometry is
in the bar,
in a tight space, and it creates that cypher raw environment, which is very different. I mean, personally, I prefer UK Champs. I love a stage.
Yeah. But it's like, it's what that event is. So like, you kind of, it helps like the look and feel of it and all that. So
yeah, there's a lot of people that love to cypher, and that's, you know, you're not ciphering at UK Champs.
No, exactly. It's more of a show.
At Groovenometry, you can. So yeah, you know, having these different venues, different, you know, feels to events is just, creates variety and makes people more interested throughout the year. Yeah,
100%. All right, yeah, so that was my last bits I wanted to say, but let's wrap up here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Check out our membership tiers if you want to catch the rest of the conversation with Lee, and definitely check out 30th. I almost forgot. There we go. Last Style Standing.
Yes.
Damn it. Okay, Last Style Standing.
Did I pick the most like hard thing to say?
No, but it's all because I'm like last man, last one, last style. I'm like, I forget which one is which.
Last something standing.
Last standing.
Last standing.
Last Lee standing. But yeah, definitely check that out. 30th of June. I'm for sure going to be there. We'll be covering it. And yeah, that's it. Peace out, peeps.
Peace.
Bye.